Hey guys, Plek here today with the new Boba Fett's throne room slash palace set. We're just gonna get right into it. Here's the exterior. Very simple, but it gets the general shape. Have a little snake there, kind of a cool detail. So this door here, you can control the lie there. That's also used to lock it in the open position, which is interesting. Kind of a weird feature. I would prefer if they did it the same way they did the Master Builder series, Mos Eisley, and I think the Cloud City set had the same exact door system there, where it's just one of the 1x4 snot bricks, and it attaches up here. This is kind of janky and gets in the way. I'll show you that momentarily. But first, this whole thing opens. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. There we go. That whole thing opens, giving you a good view of, everything inside. Not super detailed, especially back here. But, way more than there had to be for this set. I was surprised when building this that there was so much space behind the actual throne. To close this up, we're going to flip this around. So starting over here, you can see there's a huge gap right in there, as well as no studs right here, which is kind of frustrating, because naturally you'd want to have a figure posed there. And as you can see, it's doable. Just doesn't feel great, especially if you're like really weird about posing them in a certain way. Especially with the interior space here, I really feel like they could have put a plate there and just had the little eyeball thing work differently. But as you can see, that's what that space is for, because it has to be pushed all the way in when it goes up, and you need space for that to have, that to clear. Necessary evil, I guess. I'd prefer it differently, but I get why they did it. You have a little clip there for some binoculars. Another nice little detail. It's a cool throw-in. I like when they do stuff like that, but it really doesn't make sense, especially since there's not a lot of space to pose figures up there. Down here, you can flip those stairs. So let's grab a figure. Wow, excitement. It's cool. It's a nice feature. It's a good play feature for kids. I don't care. Hate to break it to you, Lego, but not impressed here. It's cute. I'll talk about this section first really quick. Over here, also, these are all hinged. So you can... Oh no, the bone. Gotta find where that goes. I know where that goes. You can kind of box it in. Looks good like this. Not really more compact, but also weird gap there. So really your choice on how you want to display it. Same on this side. There's also that doorway, but I prefer it open completely. It just works out better, in my opinion. On this side, and you'll notice kind of a flaw with this set. Another seating area, some details. The major issue, as you can see, which is, in my opinion, I don't care, but more specifically, I kind of like it. It's really dark, which is, accurate to the scenes in the show and movies. It's a dark area. But if you're obsessed with having your Lego displayed optimally, this isn't centered. Oh my goodness. There we go. Optimally, then obviously kind of a challenge, especially this roof doesn't come off. There's no easy way to take this, like that's coming off in the middle there. you can pop this off. It's not a huge deal, but it's not up on jumpers like they usually do. Same with this roof, definitely. You have those grates up there, which I think is cool. It lets a little bit of light in. You get kind of a cool effect. Onto the middle section. I'm going to do another shot where everything's lower, so hold your horses on that. This is all detached. It doesn't even clip in. It's just on rails. You have a little switch there. You can throw a guy out of the throne. Kind of cool. And underneath is some weapons and Beskar. And you can see behind there's all sorts of details. Let's see. How good... There we go. I don't even have to get that other shot. Look at this. This is pro filmmaking. I like all the details in here, especially this right here. Little rotisserie thing. Some more bones in the back. Little panel. And here's a close-up on what's in there. You know, nothing crazy. Not super detailed. I don't know what I was expecting, but this is a little bit... Not lackluster, because it's full of stuff. But coming off of stuff like the Mos Eisley set... Let's pull back again. There we go. The Mos Eisley set, it feels like it's lacking a tiny bit. I don't know what else I would add, personally. It's just like, there's not a lot to do. I feel like this play feature gets in the way. I feel like there could have been a better way to do that. Obviously, you can remove that in like 2 seconds. Not hard to do. You know, that's the set. I feel like this was a good choice, but there's nothing to do back here. There's not a lot of space to pose figures. The only thing you have access to is this, which rotates. So it feels like wasted potential. However, I like it, and I'm just being very, very critical for some reason. $100 price tag. I think that's part of it. Like, is this a $100 playset? For Lego, yeah. But for any other toy system, I feel like that's really overpriced. So maybe we're just brainwashed by Lego. However, onto the positives. Alright, let's do this as dramatically as possible. This insane cast of minifigures. Bear with me. Ta-da, look at that. So from... Uh-oh. Lighting is a little bit too... Oh, geez. Oh, geez. Oh, goodness. That works. Kind of. Order of least interesting to most interesting figures, in my opinion. We have the Book of Boba Fett. Boba Fett. You haven't seen his face. There it is. He has some nice scars right there. Kind of a shame about the helmet and jetpack not being the right green. At first, I was like, who cares? And then I got the figure, and it just doesn't look right. Like, from pictures and stuff, I thought it looked fine. But if you look at, specifically, like the armor printing on his chest there compared to the helmet, it just isn't right. It's like a, you know, it's like somebody took parts from the old figure, which, you know, they literally did, but whatever. Next is Fennec Shand. Unique version of her. Not the best hairpiece, but a good hairpiece. Just like high production value. And we haven't seen her with this exact setup before. I feel like I think the chest print here is slightly different. than previous versions. However, cannot confirm. Yes, I can. 10 seconds. I return. It is exactly the same. I don't know why I thought it was different. My bad. Look at that. I'm going to leave that in. Mostly because I don't want to edit this. So yeah, same. Hold up. Okay, very slightly different printing on the arms. And I will show you that right now so you don't think I'm crazy. Earlier version. Focus. Focus. Thank you. Earlier version. Current version. That is the difference. So technically, yeah, this one's different. However, not by much. But the hairpiece is new for this character. Kind of cool. Focusing back in on these guys. Gamorrean Guard. Wow, he's cool. Haven't gotten one since like 2013 or 2012. Kind of a cool figure. You know, nothing special about him, but just a really high quality. Like I love that sculpt. My only gripe is that we don't have two of them, because they're usually seen in groups of like 2, 3 maybe. Having one feels weird. My only assumption is that, you know, we'll get another one in a set coming out soon, hopefully, that will kind of pair with this. Maybe a Rancor Pit. Just kidding. They'd never do that. We can hope. Next up is this Weequay. Specifically, I'm not really focusing too much on the back prints, but this one I feel is kind of important with how they carried on the head print down the back there. Pretty simple, but impressive nonetheless. Wish he had more of a leg print, though. What is this, 2008? I think every other guy's had a leg print. Yeah. So, kind of not disappointing, because that's like the Lego era I grew up in. But it's a little bit weird to have no detail on such a bright color, like brown. I can get black, or even white. Anyway, this is the Thielen Dancer. I totally forget, and I had it memorized, but the character's name. However, she's appeared in a lot of stuff. It's cool to finally get her in Lego. That's an amazing hairpiece, by the way. I don't think it's new, but it's one of those ones that, being a Lego Star Wars guy specifically, I haven't seen yet. So, impressive. There is also an alternate face that I will show you. Fennec Shand also had an alternate face, but I feel like this one's important. I'm also going to put her back without the hairpiece, so you could see the horns. I feel like that's a really good way to capture that alien species. I dig it. I think it's a cool figure. Not the most memorable or like fan favorite character, but really good, nonetheless. All right, let me just twist that head around, keep that hair on. Next up, we have a Corrin. This is the first time in Lego we've ever gotten one of their species. The mold is good, but I feel like it could be better. But I'm happy getting a Corrin. It's made of that soft material as opposed to the harder material. There's what the back looks like. I really like that head print. Mold. Not. I mean, I guess the print's good too, but I'm talking about the mold. To show you the material a little bit, and the front torso print. So this is like a soft material. You know, if you've had... Why do they do that a lot? I know that in the Clone Wars era, a lot of the alien guys... I mean, this is an alien guy in this era. Like Kit Fisto, Plo Koon, all of them had soft heads. It's not something I've seen as recently. I know that Ahsoka does. Other than that, I don't think there's any other characters that have, you know, that material currently. Anyway, I'm just rambling. I feel like if they went with a harder plastic, they could have gotten more detail. That is the point I'm trying to make. Anyway, on to the final and the most interesting figure, in my opinion, for a few reasons, is this Bib Fortuna. Love him. Fan favorite character. Classic. I'm going to show you a few things. So, firstly, here's him without that headpiece. And here's the back. Oh, jeez. And that alternate face. Really good alternate face. Very expressive. Now, the cool thing about this, production-wise, besides the fact that it's the first time we've seen this guy since 2012, is this piece is hard plastic, which is impressive when you look at all of the curves and folds. I'm going to put that on him again. Like, look at that. That looks great. That's, like, fantastic sculpting. It's not, like, over-detailed. It's a little bit... There you go. Oh, geez, come on. Imagine trying to film. It's not, like, over-detailed, but you get that stuff in there. It's hella good. Anyway, that's it. Do I think the set's worth $100? With the minifigures, yes. If you're just in it for the building, get it on sale. If you really hate all of these figures, which if you're like an army builder, you definitely do. You know, I would skip on it. However, if you're a fan of, you know, the show, these characters, or you just like cool Lego stuff, go for it. Getting 7 figures in a $100 set is, like, unheard of these days. Like a year or so ago, they would have been like, yeah, here's 3 figures, which is just absurd in my opinion. So it's cool that we're getting back to having a lot of figures. Like, look at that. Look at that lineup. That's awesome. And then another word for Lego investors. These guys are all going to be valuable. And here's why. They're, for the most part, slightly obscure, not the most popular characters. Except for Boba Fett, obviously. But that's a unique version of him. And this isn't a set that people want multiples of. The only thing I could think that you'd want multiples of for this, if you're doing custom Corran characters and you want some more Gamorrean guards. Other than that, nobody's going to be buying tons of these, which means, one, you can get them on sale. Probably right before this retires. You know, hit up that Walmart. That's what I always do. And 2, people aren't going to have a lot of these figures, so in a few years, that value is going to go up. Now, I'm not saying buy 10 of these and keep them sealed in box, but what I'm saying is maybe buy 10 of these and keep them sealed in box. No, I'm kidding. It's just one to get if you're into Lego investing, but you still want like a good set. I think it's a good one for that. Nothing crazy. You're not gonna get like Cloud City Boba Fett levels of return on this, but they're all exclusive figures in one set. That's good. Anyway, that's the end of my review. Kind of rambly. It's kind of what I do if you've seen like the live streams and stuff. Let me know what you thought and leave suggestions for the next set to review, the next collection. If you want to see like haul videos, I don't know. I'll do whatever as long as it's Lego related. Speed build stuff, live build stuff, mocks, all that garbage. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow.